Alrighty, guys, real quick, let's talk. That's right, it's your boy JT. I'm back. I'm still at the shop, guys. I'm getting ready to go home. Yeah, I got my cowboy hat with me, man. This might as well be my signature look, all right? JT the car guy. Anyway, listen, guys. Remember where we left off at? Left off yesterday concerning the discussion I had with the young lady that's accusing us of scamming her. Okay, she's at another facility, supposedly lawyering up. Okay, now I had no fear that if I'm gonna be in trouble, blah blah blah. Because guys, here's what I want to talk to y'all about. I'm gonna simply name this video something about in this cruel world that we now live in, where everybody is lawsuit happy, lawsuit prone, lawsuit trigger happy. They waiting for the slightest chance to pursue a lawsuit and cash in quickly, even if nothing happens. Okay. We living in a world like that. Now, mind you, this meeting that I went to with the boss, guess who was sitting in there? The company lawyer. Okay, yes. Now, managers, y'all know I work at 4 different places. One of the places I work at, managers go through a rigorous training session / course on how to deal with incidents like this. Okay, who are the best person to hold these classes? Lawyers. Okay, so the lawyer happened to be in there in the same meeting that we had with the manager concerning this one incident. If y'all don't know what I'm talking about the young lady that with the minivan, she had a hardcore misfire, secondary ignition misfire. I wrote up plugs, a tune-up, and a core. Turned out finances wasn't together, so she only purchased the one plug. However, what we told her was that she needed a tune-up and one plug. When she left here, she only paid for one core. Okay? So in her mind, she was still going to have the problem. But since she approved, she thinking she got lucky. I'm glad that's all I chose. She only approved the core, and now her car is running fine. So technically, she's under the impression that she didn't really need the tune-up. We tried to sell her something she didn't need. I went over this yesterday. So we are accused of scamming because she was about to take it to another shop to get the tune-up done cheaper, or cousin Pookie, one of her relatives was going to do the tune-up. But because she's driving home, hey, wow, it's fixed. No more check engine light. She's under the impression that it's fixed, but she didn't pay for a tune-up. So now we're accused of scam. Here's what the lawyer was discussing. I think this course is going to be trickled down to mechanics as well, because mechanics carry a lot of weight, to a facility. All right. Technically, everybody in this shop is independent. They make independent decisions based off the company's behalf. Okay. There are certain things I can say that would put the company in jeopardy or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So we whether we like it or not, we represent some of the, the company that we work for. Okay. Because you can verbally bring a company down. But long story short, I was told we got to learn to leave our feelings at home, guys. Leave our feelings at home. It's just simple as that. The cruel world we live in. Now, this lawyer's sole purpose in life is to protect the company at all costs. Okay? If he sees something wrong, sexual harassment, anything, he is to get on the bottom of that, get to the bottom of that and fix it right then and there. All right? His only sole job in life is to protect the company. I get that. So he was schooling us on how the little trickle down things that we as humans may indulge in, which is our feelings. Oh, man, she's 80 years old. Give her a break. No, guys. I mean, this is a hardcore reality check. All right. I just been dealt. I'm in no trouble. I never thought I was going to be in trouble. And in fact, they just felt the need that I need some training. I need a reminder slap that, look, man, this is business. Okay. Leave your freaking feelings at home. I know she's a granny and all, but she has grandkids. She have grandchildren that's gonna, that's not your problem. In other words, bottom line, they was trying to say, it's not your problem. I say, look, man, what I'm saying? I wanted to be real with him. Look, the lady didn't have the money for the tune-up. All I did was stuck one spark plug in it. But JT, you fix the problem. Okay, that's the whole issue. That's what you did wrong. You explained to her that, well, the company explained to her that she need this, this, and this to properly fix her car. She only approved this, but she was still under an impression that she was going to have a problem because the writer told her you still going to have a problem. But you, JT, got caught in your feelings and you went above and beyond. In a normal world, there's nothing wrong with that. But in reality world where everybody is lawsuit happy, trigger happy, they just itching to sue somebody, you can't do that, man. So, he got a point. Again, guys, you got to leave your feelings at home, man. Look, man, this is a harsh reality check to me and not to the manager. He go through these courses all the time. It's a shame we may have to push Granny off the cliff. I mean, that is so harsh, but I can't manipulate charges. There was times I lowered my labor rate to get an estimate over the finish line. All right. Now, to an extent, they don't mind that, but they want to manipulate some numbers to accomplish that. Okay. Still, a business have a bottom line they got to adhere to. So when a mechanic go rogue and get caught up in his feelings, all right, man, instead of 5 hours, I do it for 2. It's real easy. No, you can't do that. At that point, you costing the customer money. Or you costing the company money. Okay? Just because you're fast, a job pay 5 hours, JT said he'll do it for 2. JT gonna get in trouble for doing it for 2. And JT's sole purpose is, the lady need her car. Just get her, I mean, this is her only ride. She only got $400. I do it for 2 hours. JT, the book says it pays 5. I don't care how good you is. I don't care how much sacrifice. This is a business. We can get in trouble. Guys, my problem is I put my trust in the people. And you know what? The lawyer got a point. That lady could go out and say, yeah, it was supposed to be a 5-hour job, and he only did it in 2. He only charged me 2, which means it's technically not a 5-hour job. Because, see, they don't understand. They really think something that pay 5 hours should take 5 hours. Consumers really, hell, some mechanics believe that. And to an extent, that's the way it's supposed to be. But some techs are just better than others. It's just simple as that. So if I did that, I could get sued for lying. Y'all told me it'd take 5 hours, and that mechanic did it in 2. So I'm suing y'all for lying, for having the general public believe that something actually take 5 hours when you do it in 2. Oh, he was back there kicking his butt. He was back there doing that for you. And JT, now he gonna get in trouble because I done had the same meeting with him. The issue is, guys, I cannot be calling them for dumb stuff like that anymore. All right? Not because I'm gonna get fired or anything like that. It's because I don't want to be looked at as this rogue guy. He's back there he's doing his own thing. No, man, we got rules. Everywhere you work, there's some rules in place. All right? So, yeah, I'm going to leave this. I don't want this video to be long, but guys, stop getting caught in your feeling. I'm not saying on purpose push grandma over the cliff. No, I'm saying be careful of the decisions you make. If you don't know a specific customer, we never know their intentions, but if you can't get a vibe with them, like remember, I never spoke with this customer. Okay, so it's all communicating over a freaking computer and a writer communicating with the customer. So if you don't feel a certain vibe about something, guys, don't do it. You can put your company at risk, okay? You can put yourself at risk, okay? Lawsuits are real. This is not a game, all right? There are companies that have lawyers on deck just waiting for the next lawsuit. And what I mean by next is companies always getting sued or threatened with getting sued, you know? Now, owners sitting back going, you going to do what? You going to sue what? Okay. And when the meeting over with, he on the phone, we got another one. Be prepared. You don't handle that. All right? Yeah. So we don't have a firm we call when we in trouble. We have lawyers. Big companies always been like this. They have attorneys on deck. So just protect the company. That's all I need you to do. So we go through these rigorous courses on how to prevent a potential lawsuit, guys. No more seeing a woman walk back and go, damn, she fine. You gone. All right? Too risk. Hey, man, some things, it's hard to get fired at a place nowadays. If you're a good mechanic, it's extremely hard to get. But when you cross that line to where you just put the company in jeopardy of getting closed down, now it's easy to get fired. I'm never going to get fired for putting a company. I work out of 4 different shops. When I'm at those shops, even as an independent contractor, when I'm at those shops, I have to abide by their rules in place automatically. All right? Yeah, I don't have their uniform on, but I'm under their roof, which means their insurance company possibly, providing coverage for me at that time. I mean, it's a whole legal thing, guys, that we have no clue about. And I got schooled on some real, on some things that I wasn't aware about. But what I got out of that meeting is, JT, leave your freaking feelings at home. That's all I'm going to say on that. I'm done with that, all right? No more Mr. Super Nice Guy. I'm still going to be a nice guy, but no more Super Mr. Nice Guy, all right? Yeah, that's all I have, man. Thanks for watching. Comment, subscribe. I'll see y'all in the next video.